I'd be curious to get your opinion of what you think of this video here. This is an MQ-9 that on March 1st was seen over southern Iran firing a hellfire at a ballistic missile site. Now, specifically, this was located over the town of Shiraz, which is in southwestern Iran here. Again, pretty wild. Now, not too deep into the country. However, let's give credit where credit is due. That is still not an insignificant distance. And we have seen some open source reporting of threat laydowns of surface-to-air missile systems. Basically, the whole western border of Iran just being overlapped and covered with an integrated air defense network that should have been impenetrable with S-300s and S-400s, advanced surface-to-air missile systems that can threaten nearly all aircraft out there. And now you see an MQ-9 on day 2 operating with impunity. This thing, any surface-to-air missile system operator, even if they couldn't see, would be able to hit this. And now, again, you have a drone, slow-moving, high altitude. By high altitude, an optimal altitude for a surface-to-air missile to take this thing out, flying freely and engaging in offensive operations inside Iran. Day 2. Let that sink in. Earlier today, we also have United States Central Command tweeting that last night B-1 bombers struck deep inside Iran to degrade Iranian ballistic missile capabilities. As the president stated, we're going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. So again, if an MQ-9 wasn't a large, sweet target for a surface-to-air missile system, you now have B-1s flying around. So just again, to give a perspective and a read, we can read between the lines of how the air war is going. And to tie this all together, General Kane in their press briefing this morning alongside Secretary Hegseth that local air superiority had been established and is being maintained. So air superiority obviously will not only allow for more enhanced protection of our forces in the region, but will allow the United States, Israel, and anyone else who decides to join in this offensive campaign against Iran to operate more freely. So I would expect to see a higher tempo, assuming there are target sets, and it sounds like there are plenty of target sets to go around, to increase that tempo inside Iran with additional strikes, further degrading their military capability, their ballistic missile capability, and then going after, again, any key leadership that hasn't been taken out already to this point. So let's take a look and see what we now know about this operation. So far, we know over 100 U.S. and Israeli aircraft have launched from multiple bases and from carriers in the region during the opening daylight strike. This was a very synchronized way. It also included B-2 bombers flying 37-hour round-trip missions from the United States, 4th and 5th generation fighters that included F-16s, F-15Es, F-18s, E-18 Growlers, A-10s, F-22s, and F-35s, as well as a myriad of tankers. U.S. Cyber and Space Command firing the first shots, obviously non-kinetic shots, to disrupt and degrade Iran's capability to communicate before the strikes began. General Kane said in the first 24 hours, the joint force hit more than 1,000 targets across Iran. The initial phases focusing on command and control infrastructure, naval forces, ballistic missile sites, and intelligent networks, designed to daze and confuse the Iranian regime. The United States has clearly dealt a decisive blow to Iran, their regime's ability to conduct any military operation. We've seen them throwing hundreds of ballistic missiles and thousands of one-way attack drones at their Gulf partners. This is where I'd be curious to get your take and to see what you think about it. To me, we talked about this yesterday, and it's Iran's foreign minister, who obviously is alive because I guess he was outside doing negotiations, saying that they're not attacking their brothers, that the military, they're going after U.S. targets. But clearly we've seen them attack cities such as Dubai that have no U.S. military presence there, no strategic implications when it comes to the military. Now, he's saying they have no choice but to defend themselves, but he has also gone on to say that essentially the military is in complete chaos and they're making a mistake by going after Gulf partners and attacking civilians such as apartment buildings, which we've seen in Bahrain, international airports in Kuwait, Bahrain, Dubai, saying that they initially went after the military bases, but the U.S. evacuated the military bases, so they had to go after hotels. Now, when I hear that, I think that's a far cry. Sure, military personnel, maybe they have moved to hotels highly doubt that they're moving to hotels in downtown Dubai or at international airports. But let me know what you think down below and how you think this might escalate. Now, we have talked about Iran getting assistance from countries like Russia and China. Now, it was rumored that anti-stealth radars, the YLC-88, had made its way into Iran. We did discuss this yesterday, but clearly when it comes to air superiority piece, Iran had advanced surface-to-air missile system. Now, they obviously took a hit during the 12-day war, and then these were some of the first things on the target set, I almost guarantee, when it came to Operation Epic Fury and Rising Lion, but taking some of these out. So maybe these radars worked and actually detected our jets and Israeli jets coming in, and they never could connect to the operator to actually get to shoot. Or maybe they just got taken out or they were completely ineffective. Again, that'd be another question I would have, what you think on that. Regardless, when it comes down to this operation, this is a massive one. The coordination that had to go on between the Israelis and the United States in order to effect a decapitation strike and then roll back the integrated air defenses is something that'll be studied. Now, again, I know there are a lot of feelings on both sides of this politically. I really just want to analyze the military aspect of this and remove the emotions as much as possible, if that is even a thing. But let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you check out our newsletter, which is absolutely free. We have that, and we send out every week or so. And if you like this type of content, again, let me know, and we'll keep creating it. See you out there.